Hello everyone, in today's video we're going to be taking a look at an interesting discussion they had in World War II between the difference between having a strategic heavy bomber with a huge payload versus a carrier aircraft or a light tactical aircraft for the purposes of, engaging close air support. So I said, well, I think I know how to make this one work. So what I did is I went over to Iwo Jima here, which, by the way, if you've never tried this one out on Google Earth, check out a look at how tiny this island is. It is literally 4.5 miles, about 5 nautical miles wide, like teeny, 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 tiny. So what I did is I took this place, I built a little airfield, I put a bunch of Japanese airplanes on it, I built a bunch of these little kind of common coastal bunkers, and I tweaked them out just a little bit. And then what I did is I created two groups of aircraft. I created one group of aircraft over here. This is my carrier group. This carrier group originally had over 3,000 airplanes, but I reduced it a little bit for obvious reasons. And then the second group is way, way, way down here in Saipan. This is the United States group. It's made of a group of bombers. We have two bomb wings essentially here, both B-24Ms. And what I did is I equipped them with an equal number of bombs. That was a lot of division on my part to try to make that one work. So what we're going to do is we're going to whack the island with the Navy, and then we're going to whack the island with the Air Force and see exactly what happens. Then, of course, if we have a couple moments afterwards, go ahead and grab a battleship too and see what happens. So let's do it. Let's see here. Press this button F1. I got everybody ready to go. I can take off time. Oh yeah, let's really break this computer. Let's see if this thing's got what it takes. Spacebar. Watch this. Go! This is just the warm-up group. Alrighty then, let's take a look at my aircraft carriers. You guys are all getting ready for a takeoff and taxi. So the first group is on the way. When I've experimented with this one before, one thing I have learned from doing this enough times is that the more airplanes you have, the choppier it's going to get. So here we go. Let's go ahead and focus on Iwo here because, the airplanes is the fun part here. By the way, if you really want to see something terrifying, that's not even the fun part, though. You'll see what I mean. All right, here they go. Bombs away. All right, they've done their thing. They're heading back to base here. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Whoop, here comes the next crowd. Lining up, setting up for their bombing runs. By the way, this is what it actually looks like. All right, they've done their deed. Now I'm waiting a few moments. 47 minutes have gone by. Here comes a, whoa, look at how many airplanes that is. Go! Oh yeah, teach them a thing or two. Kind of reminds me of like a bunch of bees or something like that. So yeah, our total number of aircraft here is something like 384 or something, which actually is not that much of an exaggeration. During the actual battle for Iwo Jima, they had something like 11 full-sized carriers working the island over. And right now I only got 6. So this is like, this is being nice compared to how ridiculous it is. Oh, we got some stragglers. Don't worry, your contributions are important. Oh, here we go. Here comes the next crew. Begin! This is a lot different with the B-24s. Yeah, eat it. Eat it! All right, those guys are having a pretty good time. Here comes the next crew. Zoom in a little bit so you can see how many end up in the water here. They do their little job here. One of the bunkers is looking like it's in rough shape there. And everybody's heading home. Oh my gosh, look at the computer. The frame rate's dying. Okay, so, I think I may have just locked up my recording here. I'm going to go back to Iwo and zoom in really hard. Okay, there we go. So that was graphical in nature. That was not CPU in nature. So anyway, let's go switch to the other guys real fast. Japan, and let's see how much damage we did. So we didn't do a lot of damage to the airfield, which is expected based on my WRA. We dropped something like, let's see, take a look here. Well, we lost 3 Hellcats. 768 500-pound bombs here. And the Japanese, the ones who run enough ammunition here. Let's see, looks good, looks good. We got a single bunker. And if we come down here and take a look at the damage of these bunkers, they're not bad. They're a little worse for wear. Like I said, nothing terrible. Okay, so that was the Navy's attempt. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the U.S. Army Air Force here. And we're going to say, okay, so you guys claimed that you could do a better job than the Navy could with small tactical aircraft. All right, let's put your money where your mouth is here. So we have 96 B-24s here, and one mistake I was about to make is do one of those kind of things. Instead, what we'll do is we'll keep them in very, very large flights here. So go ahead and create or update flight plans. Boop. You can also trick this system, and you can actually press the set a takeoff time right here. And when you do that, it does the exact same effect. And if your computer does one of these things, that's a clear indication that I got to pause the video and reload. Okay, there we go. So we've reloaded. The mission's activated. Now we can see that we've got our 12s. We're going to speed up time just a teeny tiny bit, and we're going to let the computer kind of parcel everything out here rather than whack them all at the same time. We'll, of course, give them a little push along the way because otherwise you're going to be sitting here while these bombers have to complete, like a nice 8-hour round trip here. Hey, how you doing? Whoa! Actually, it's going to cause problems. We got to zoom out a little bit here. One of the problems is that not only do we have an extreme distance, but these aircraft take time to get up to their bombing altitudes. So what we're going to have to do is actually grab everybody, and we're going to have to basically put them into position so that they don't have as long of a flight, but they still have enough time to get up to altitude here. All right, I think that's good. Now, if you want to see something really cool, switching over here to 3D view. This is fun. Let's see here, 3D view. So if you never get a chance to see stuff like this is amazing, watching all these aircraft all kind of clump together and sort of make their way towards the target region. All right, so let's speed up time a little bit. Climb, 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 21,000. Remember, this is daylight precision bombing we're doing here. Daylight, the word is precision bombing. And keep in mind, there's 96 bombers, but they have the exact number of bombs as our good friend, the Hellcats, did. And I have a feeling they're going to take slightly less casualties. Of course, in the real world, and probably 10-15% of them would have some kind of mobility casualty, so to speak. Maneuverability casualty. All right, it's always fun to watch. Watch how not accurate the bombing is. Well, I mean, here they come. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. All right, that was the Air Force's contribution. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, I cut them short. Let's let them do their job. All right, anybody else from the Air Force want to step up? Man, that was a lot less choppy than it was than from the Navy's perspective, but I can see why. All right, let's go take a look at what happened here. So this guy right here seems like he's on fire, and he's probably a little worse for wear. We got some of this. The command bunker, of course, is completely unscathed. Makes sense, and the damage in general is not as complete as the damage that the single-engine aircraft did. As a matter of fact, if I pop over to losses and expenditures, apparently I must have deleted a unit at one point. I bet you I can tell you which one it was. All right, let's see here. 768, same amount of bombs. Let's see here. Japan lost nothing, but they barely fired any shots at all, and they just lost something. So I hate to say it, but I think the tactical aircraft actually do a better job here as far as being precise, at least in this characteristic. Obviously, it'd be different if we had PGMs and things like that, but that's for another day. But one thing I do want to try out, because, why not? We're here already, is naval bombardment, because why not? Let's go ahead and now set ourselves up here. And what are we thinking today? Colorado or Montana? I'll have to try it. Let's see here. We're going to get ourselves a range of, let's call it 4 nautical miles. Let's go to surface ship. We'll go to BB. Iowa's pretty classic. How about Alabama? Oh, Massachusetts, for sure. Cool thing about the Massachusetts is I visited the Massachusetts. All right, we're just going to kind of do one of those. We're going to press F1, drag a box. We're going to go ahead and set his speed to creep, so he has plenty of time. All right, let's see how a ship does. Go. Oh, wait a minute. We should probably modify his WRA a little bit here because we have this new thing that basically slows everybody down initially. All right, begin. That's entertaining to watch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Work it. The best part is every once in a while, one of his big shells goes by. Oh, he's having a good time in the airfield. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, here comes the big stuff again. Most of that's probably 5-6-inch shells. And not the most accurate I've ever seen. I mean, at the very least, I wouldn't want to be there when this is going on. I'll say that. But it doesn't really seem to be terribly deadly here. And it's funny, every once in a while, one of the 406 comes out. Yeah, that was a 406. Maybe if I press F9, you can kind of see the damage a little bit more clear here. Oh, yeah. Take it. Eat it. Eat it. I can't believe how much 5-inch ammunition I've gone through already here. This is ridiculous. And then, of course, we can't shoot much out the back now. We have to rotate so that we can start shooting at the front again. There we go. Now we can get those 406mm guns to join in. Yeah, it's a good effort. It's a good effort. I mean, he's not doing too badly here. I think it's very neat if you come down to this level. You can watch almost like tracers coming in and causing little explosions here. Love it. Let's see. He's got about 30 rounds of 406mm. Things are looking pretty good so far. Kind of decrease the range a little bit. I don't know why he loves that one so much, but hey. All right, let's see here. He's got about 72 rounds of the really, really big stuff left, and he's working on this side. Keep in mind when they did naval bombardments, it wasn't a single battleship. It was a pack of battleships that did it. Okay, let's take a look at how we did this time. Take a look at Japan. We didn't really... Oh, my gosh. Yes, we did. Nice. We dented that sucker up nice. We also shot up a bunch of the shore batteries, and we splattered probably everything on that side of the airport. And you can see a bunch of things are on fire right now. Let's take a look at losses and expenditures. Wow. I don't even want to get the... Oh, my God. Imagine the taxpayer bill for that. Oh, God. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Let's see here. Amazing. So we can see from looking at the three different systems here that obviously the tactical aircraft, at least of this era, were a little more accurate than the bombers, whereas the ships, they just could kind of spread it out and just kind of let it go kind of a thing. But they were definitely more vulnerable. But other than that, enjoy.